is Tiffany. Today I'm going to explain how to do a sourdough starter. Day one, I've had some friends reach out and ask how to do it, so I figured why not make a video so I could show other people. First, I'm going to go over all the ingredients, and then I'll kind of go over the beginning steps, and then I'll go into more detail at the end. So to get started on doing a sourdough starter, you need a scale. You can use cups or other kind of measurements, but I really prefer the precise measurements. You'll need some kind of stirring utensil. I really love these because you can get into these mason jars a little easier, but try not to use metal. I'll go over other utensils and why you can't use certain kind of stuff later as well. So next you'll need your flour. I prefer King Arthur's all-purpose. Make sure it's unbleached. And then you'll need a mason jar, and then you'll need the lid and your water, and then we can go ahead and get started. Now when you're first getting started, it's kind of easier to deal with the smaller measurements, especially when your starter is not established. So you're going to want to start with, I always did 10 and 10, so that would be 10 grams of water and then 10 grams of flour. And if you go a little over, like I did 15 here, no biggie. So we have 15 there, and then we'll do 15 of our all-purpose unbleached flour. Again, not a big deal if you go a little over, a little under, especially when we're started. So I'm going to go ahead and stir that in, make sure it's stirred really well. And then all you're going to do is put this lid loosely on top. You want to make sure it's not tight. You want it to be able to still air breathe. Make sure you never use paper towels or wood products to cover. Those are absorbent materials and they can trap bacteria and ruin your starter, and we definitely don't want to do that because it does take a little bit of work to get it started at first, but it's totally worth it in the end. So you can kind of see my consistency here. It's a little thick. Sorry about the lighting, I'll get better with that. But everything's stirred in. I made sure all the flour is mixed in. So then we go ahead and plop the lid on, and you're done. That's day one. Super easy. Okay, going into detail now. Never, ever, ever let any of this hit your drain. Okay, you always want to wipe any of this excess off with a paper towel. And then I also use a wash basin for the jars when I need to clean them, because you will be needing to clean them. Some people don't. That's your preference, but I prefer the edges not to be all caked with gunk. Okay, so getting into details now. As far as flour, you need to use unbleached. It's very important that you use unbleached because the bleach will kill any of the bacteria that's growing in your starter. So you can use any kind of brand if you want. You can use, the one I really don't suggest, no shame to them, is the golden, I think it's the golden one, golden metal, I don't know the exact name, but I really don't recommend that one. It kind of didn't feed my starter enough. You can use bread flour, you can use, if you want to make a wheat starter, you can make a wheat starter. Now the consistency and texture of wheat starters will be a little bit different than if you're using a bread or if you're using an all-purpose flour. This is my lady Tinkerbell. So she is established. I fed her last night. I can go over ratios in another video and everything, but I usually don't like to work with this much at one time, but I want a lot of discard. I prefer discard. So if you have any questions or anything, I plan on doing this until the established starter is here, and then I can go ahead and make recipes and anything you want. I will need help naming her, so go ahead and comment with what you think I should name my starter. Thanks.